Hey, what is happening gamers? It's HGR here with Quantic Media, and today I'm bringing you my opinion of the most interesting games set to be released this February 2012. This coming month we shall be blessed with 5 completely awesome looking games set to hit our consoles and screens. So sit back and check out the newest releases to see what you like the look of. Enjoy! So to kick off this awesome group of games, we have Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. Set for release on the 7th, it shall be hitting the PC, PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. Amalur is a role-playing game based on a group of best-selling books. Now before getting into it, I just wanted to note that fans of the Elder Scrolls series look to be in for a real treat, as Ken Rolston, who was lead designer of both Morrowind and Oblivion, has been the executive designer on this game, so you can be sure that a lot of what you loved from those two may well be found here. So let's get started. You will be able to choose from 4 different races, 3 different classes and 22 abilities per tree. And at the start you will play a character whom, after waking up in a pile of corpses, appears to have returned from the dead. We then travel out into the grand world to find, once speaking to a stranger wishing to tell you your future, that your fate is not sealed and indeed is an open path chosen by yourself. Combat looks fresh and easy to control, graphics are both colourful and vibrant, and voice acting from the demo looks to stand out as being pretty damn good already. Now fans of larger RPGs will no doubt be excited, as I've read that thousands of years worth of lore were written in the series of books, and the game should be getting turned into an MMO at some stage as well. So if you like what you've seen, make sure you keep your eyes open next month when this game hits the shelves. It's definitely one to look out for, and with a demo having been released earlier this month, you can go ahead and check it out for yourself along with the masses of trailers available. Next up we've got The Darkness 2, again set for release on the 7th and hitting all 3 main platforms. The Darkness 2 is a first-person shooter. The game is of course the second in the genre, but I won't go into too much detail of the first game. Safe to say that it involved a young mafia underling who got infused with the powers of the darkness, a strange entity granting its host amazing powers. Through the story, our hero Jackie suffered a great loss. Now returning in The Darkness 2, we learn that he has used his powers to make his way to the very top of a mafia family, and has also managed with help to suppress the darkness inside himself. However, at the start of the game, Jackie is assaulted whilst dining with 2 lovely ladies, and near death is forced once again to allow his dark passengers to consume him, turning him once more into a nearly unstoppable killing machine in a bid to find out who attacked him and why. Combat looks again to be fully fluid and extremely fun, watching the darkness rip your enemies' heads off or just clean in half at your command. So with the original's unique and awesome storyline, I can only hope that the sequel will be a good one. But you can check it out for yourself by downloading the demo released just earlier this month. Hitting our screens at number 3 will be Syndicate, available come February 21st and can be played on both main consoles. Now this futuristic first-person shooter is actually a remake of an older game from back in 1993, and is looking pretty good thus far. Definitely one to watch out for next month for fans of the Deus Ex series, as Syndicate is looking pretty similar but with less of an RPG element and more concentration on running and gunning. The game is set in the distant future, where wars are fought through corporations and people are no longer governed by politicians. During the game you will play as Miles Kilo, a super enhanced prototype agent for Eurocorp, and be using breach abilities to overcome your enemies and obstacles. And we are told, due to their enhanced artificial intelligence and ease of overwhelming you, if you don't use your breaching abilities, you'll most likely be killed. So during Syndicate, the player will be able to breach someone's mind, making them kill their allies or themselves, and also breach devices and security measures. Trailers for the game all look awesome, and combat seems to be adrenaline pumping action. Graphics look nice and the storyline has me excited to play through and experience more of. Syndicate will also be featuring a 4-player co-op mode, and you should be able to check out a demo of that at the end of January. In at number 4 is a special looking title called Binary Domain, being produced by Sega. Due for release February 28th and will be landing onto the main consoles, the game is not one of a simple nature, as in the distant future, robots are given the means to look exactly like human beings, and not only that, but Japan has broken the Geneva Code by creating machines that believe they are human. This results in you and your team being sent to Japan in search of the Armada Corporation who is creating them. Binary Domain is a third-person shooter, and I must say the first trailers all look fantastic by my standards. The developers have also implemented a consequence system, which in this game, put simply, appears to be that each squad member will react differently to what you say. Some may approve and others may not. In combat, this effect is again used as your team will learn from your actions to either trust you or not. For example, putting them in harm's way all the time will make them less likely to follow your orders or come to your rescue in a tight spot. Whereas following your agreed upon plans and performing well in battle will have them follow your orders more without question and do what they can do to help the team, such as offer up alternative strategies for overcoming a battle. This all sounds very good in practice, but it will remain to be seen just how well it works during the actual game itself. Okay, so lastly, the 5th game coming February will be Uncharted Golden Abyss for the PlayStation Vita. Coming on the launch date of February 22nd, the game will again see you play as Nathan Drake, and the game is said to be a prequel to Uncharted Drake's Fortune. During your playthrough, you will find yourself exploring temples and caverns in Central America in search of a legendary lost city, as you attempt to uncover the secrets of a 400-year-old massacre of a Spanish expedition. Gameplay from recent demos appear to point to Golden Abyss having some fantastic looking graphics for a handheld console, and being played in a very similar and popular fashion to the others on the PlayStation 3. Current reviews have been pretty positive, but Drake's newest adventure will be hitting a much wider audience in February when it hits Europe and North America later next month. Okay gamers, that's all from me. If you're looking for more reviews, previews and so much more, then stay tuned and maybe even subscribe to the channel. You can also follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with all my new video releases. And as always, it's HGR here with Quantic Media, and happy gaming.